Yes, people, what is going on? Hope you are all good. League Cup final, done and dusted, been pushed back like a month and a half, and it was arguably the worst game I have seen in a long time. It was the most boring cup final I think I can probably pretty much remember. Manchester City win it. We stopped their chances of a domestic treble/quadruple last week. Just if you didn't remember. But yeah, no, a very boring cup final, which Spurs didn't really turn up for. Absolute credit to Hugo Lloris in goal, making some really good saves. It was just an absolute bombardment from Man City. And I don't know what the XG is, but it will be incredible, probably, viewing figures. It was one-way traffic the whole way through. Spurs offered absolutely nothing. They sacked Jose Mourinho earlier on in the week, and I still think it's the wrong decision. I don't quite know why they did it. Ryan Mason was never going to get the job done against Pep Guardiola. But I still think the players could have probably done a little bit more today for Spurs. I mean, there was a few chances that Højbjerg had, and Reguilon didn't really seem like he was at the races. And it was just a very bad day at the office for Spurs. Not necessarily in terms of they got annihilated or anything like that, but it's just, if you put in that shift in any cup final, even at like youth level or something like that, you'd be so disappointed in yourself. You'd be so disappointed. Just overhit passes, no communication, lack of leadership. That does obviously come from Hugo Lloris being in goal. Harry Kane tries to do his bit and whatever, but the only reason they were in it for so long, which again, they kept themselves in it thanks to Hugo Lloris and his leadership from the back, playing by example and keeping the ball out the back of the net. But the only reason they were in it is because Man City, especially one person in particular, who I'm going to not hound, but I'm going to really just kind of rip into, I suppose. They were poor. They were actually poor, but they won a cup final, so you can't blame them. They created so many chances. Again, brilliant. They've got to bury him. Mahrez, I thought, was superb. I thought he was absolutely fantastic, having loads of different shots, causing a lot of different problems, really making himself a handful. Every time he cut in on that left foot, you thought, oh shit, where is he? What's he going to do? Which corner's open? Which one's he going to go and shoot for? But then you had the other side. You had Raheem Sterling, a guy who just did not get anything in this game and was actually crap. He honestly was crap. And I said this argument a couple of weeks ago during the international break. Again, I'm not a Man City fan. I'm not a Tottenham fan. I don't really care about this game. Be honest with you, I'm probably slightly happier that Man City won it, so the Spurs trophy drought goes on for another year. But let's talk about Raheem Sterling, because I don't want to bombard him and whatever, and this isn't, oh, I hate him and he's a this and he's a that. But he ain't really stepped up to the plate anywhere near as much as he should have in the last year or so. And especially in this game today, he was awful. He was absolutely awful. He created chances, got himself in the right position. You know, fair enough, I can respect that. But every time he got the ball, you just looked at him and went, he's not going to score it. He's not going to score it. He's not going to score it. And I still don't think, going back to the point I was making about the international break, I don't think he's a must start for England. I'll say it. He was the best player last couple of years under Pep and whatever. When Liverpool won the league, he was very good under that. And then obviously the years before, he was superb. Won the FA Cup in 2019. Starred in the final. Absolutely brilliant. Blah, 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 blah. He's never really done it in an England shirt. And a big stage here today, didn't really grab it. Had a lot of opportunities to grab it. And even if he scored one or got an assist, we all would have been going, well, what an absolutely great game from him. He could have scored one himself, but he didn't. He did not get anywhere near the score sheet. Every effort he had was either wayward or blocked instantly, and he was trying to dig out these half chances, which he was just never given. And look, I'm not going to, I can talk about the game and it was really easy. Oh, Man City just dominated it and it was one-way traffic and it would do this and pass the ball around and this person played well and De Bruyne did this, and I could talk about all this stuff for ages, but it's not interesting for you or for me. It's just obvious. The thing that I want to talk about is something that is actually interesting, which is a debate. Should Sterling start for England? I don't know what side it is. It's one of these two. I can't remember. Either way, I'm going to put a thing on the screen. I think it's that side. Should Sterling start for England? Because I don't necessarily think he should. I think it's a really interesting debate. And I've seen nothing in the last couple of months that's really solidified that he should be playing week in, week out. Even when he played against San Marino, he did the same thing. He just, the constant dart back and the constant this and the constant that. It's not good. It's not good, in terms of, different, change the game and be unpredictable. Because everyone knows he's going to do it. Mahrez does it. Ziyech does it. Robin did it for years. Cut back on the left foot and absolutely ping one. That's good even if people know exactly what you're going to do and can't deal with it. People know what Sterling's going to do, and they just get blocked in constantly. It's a bit of a strange one. I don't want this whole video to turn into, oh my God, Raheem Sterling's crap, but it's just something to think about. You know, me being a football fan and England fan, it's worth talking about. You know, it is what it is. Let's talk about the goal. You know, we do have to cover it, I suppose. It's a mistake is what wins this game. And the mistake basically come from Ryan Mason. No one on the post. Højbjerg should have been there. He wasn't really there. He tried to get back. He'd have had to headbutted the post to basically get that off the line. You're not going to do that, are you? That's not natural instinct. You can't necessarily blame it on him. Maybe you could say if he was on the line normally, he'd been doing his job. But also, you have to point it. Is it Ryan Mason's fault because he didn't tell him to go on the line? I don't know. It's really a crap cup final. It really, really was a crap cup final. But, you know, Man City win it, and that's what matters in these things. Man City win a cup final, and it is what it is. I'm not going to stay around for normally I go 8 minutes or so and just talk about the game, but there's not a lot to talk about. It's a good header from Aymeric Laporte, and yeah, you can't really say they didn't deserve it, Man City. They completely did. I think a lot of bets went out the window. It was a very boring game. It was either going to be, as my mate says, champagne or shit, and it turns out it was shit. So, yeah, I don't really know what else to say, but thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you're new around here. Well done, Man City, I suppose, you know. Great, but let's answer that question. I think it's on this side. I think it's this side. Yeah, should Sterling start for England? Let me know. See you later.